Hello. Hello, everyone. Hi, Joey.
Hello, Joshua Rivesta.
We haven't been speaking for the last 15 minutes, have we?
Do you go by Mr. when you like sign things out? Do you do Mr. Aveste or Doctor Aveste?
Doctor.
Doctor
Always
Aveste.
doctor. And do you know what my doctorate is in?
Doctor of the Mind.
I
That's
would
sort of what you got to be
just say
working with me, innit?
flirting. Just say
Yeah.
flirting. Yeah. Is that what we have to do? Is that you're sat on a chaise longue right now and I have to psychoanalyze you? Is that how it works?
I've got no idea what a chaise longue or a psychoanalyzation is, but I'll go with either.
It's
Yeah.
nice to be back, mate. We haven't done one of these in a I don't know, a week or so. We did one last week.
I think we done one last week, but we have got to apologise to the members.
Yeah.
And most of it is down to me. Basically, long story short, any of the hardcore will know that just because I've got the same shelves behind me, you lot can tell I'm in a different room right now, right? And I am really, really bad. What do they call them? Like a bad person
Mover.
to change, mover, anything like change. I hate change, hate it more than anything, right? Even if you was cooking for me, if you changed the cuisine, I would be fuming. Even if you don't like a week before, if you said, it said if they say, I'm doing roast dinner, and I go over there and they've done Turkish, I'm like,
I was gonna say it has to be roast dinner. I was gonna say
no, it's like my missus. If they say, oh, we're doing a roast, and I go there and we're doing Turkish barbecue, I'm like, I like both, but you said roast. I don't like change. So the moving process, because it was changing, very, very stressful for me. I didn't like it at all. And I'm very like, I'm like, oh no, I don't know. But anyway,
but you're happy now, aren't you? You're in a new place.
I'm happy now. I like it. Yeah, I like it. New little gaff. Yeah, it's all right.
I told you I'm moving relatively soon as well, didn't I?
You haven't told me you're moving relatively soon. You've told me a few things that I won't say on here, but not
Yeah, hopefully next couple of months or so. To be fair, this is a lovely message, and we'll do the super chat first. Paul Taylor, thank you very, very much for your super chat. I believe this is a question for you, Joey. So let me read this out. Who wins Atoma versus White and how?
Right. Okay.
This has got to be a 30-second answer because there might not be some boxing fans in the chat.
You should be going over to the Joey Knight Boxing channel for this. By the way, I'm pretty sure someone off of that Joey Knight Boxing channel dropped a video on Atoma against White that's done about 60,000 views. So definitely have a little look at that.
It must be a different Joey Knight.
It must be a different one. But I had probably been, and I won't go into the detailed method of victory, stuff like that, because I really want to do like a conclusive breakdown on my channel this week, and I'm really hoping that I get the time to be able to start prepping for that tonight. Again, sorry to make this long-winded. With the boxing channel, I put a lot of time in and earn fuck all out of it, really. But I do it for the love of it because I absolutely love it. So I've got to make sure that I can get the time because I've got to do Premier League predictions. I've got to do loads of stuff like this. I don't know whether Josh is planning on doing this for his channel, but I want his predictions on my channel as well. So I've got loads of stuff that I want to do. But I'll summarize it by saying this to you. When the fight was made, I gave Dillian White, a fighter who I really like, by the way, one of my favourite fighters on a personal level. I gave him about a 10% chance against Moses Atoma, which sounds absolutely mental. Now, I give him more like a 35% chance.
Ooh.
And that's a big climb. But I tell you what's not climbing, the viewers when I talk about boxing. So let's
yeah. I like it.
And let's talk about Nicola Bulley. Firstly, I want everyone's thoughts on what they thought of the episode. I went over to have a family barbecue on the other half of the family yesterday, and they all watch the Joey and Josh channel. So
are they part of the hardcore?
Oh, they're well part of the hardcore, yeah. All of it. Yeah. So yeah, they both really liked it.
It's 2 out of 10 right now, so I think a lot of people liked it. To be fair,
is it 2 out of 10?
Yeah, it's 2 out of 10 right now. 2 out of 10. So yeah, it's a case that obviously captured the imagination of people, and I think much like you, Joey, people think that there was something potentially more to this. Yeah, more to this case. This is
what Josh? You just tell me.
Go on.
And this is a very natural thing because you get to see the reaction, and this is never ever. Don't even accuse us of doing stuff pre-planned because we do not do this sort of thing. What's the reaction been like?
Remind me to talk about that because there was a TikTok similar comment that I want to discuss briefly as well. The reaction's been really good. People love the video. Yeah, we've had a lot of love on it. So thank you for all the.
Because I noticed I've been getting a couple of bad ones recently when I have looked. That's why I've stopped looking.
Bad ones on the TikToks.
No. Like so on the YouTube long form stuff,
Yeah.
which mate, again, like constructive criticism, absolutely love it. Like no, that doesn't matter either way to us because you know for both of us it's constructive criticism, and maybe I'll take a bit of construction. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. You know. Maybe I'll take something on board from it, and maybe I'll try and change a little bit. I don't agree with the comment myself personally, but someone said, basically that I feel like Josh is always very, very respectful when talking about the victims, and Joey isn't. I don't really agree with it. I think we just got different ways of saying it, different personalities. And I think if I had your voice and said the exact same sentence, and you had my voice and said the exact same sentence, my one would sound more polite and your one would sound less polite because you just naturally sound more polite and I naturally sound more blunt than you. Yeah. But I don't think I've ever been disrespectful.
And that's the thing. I'm glad that you aren't reading loads more because there aren't that many, to be fair. And I think that one is a complete outlier because it's also not true. When we do these recordings, the most important thing to us is, especially with the victims that we're talking about, we honour their memory. We talk about them in a sensitive way. We discuss things. I was actually telling Emily about the Stephen Port case the other day, and I feel like the way that we talked about, you know, those gentlemen in an era in which a lot of people wouldn't want to cover that case or talk about that sort of, I suppose that sort of, you know, that story.
For those of you who don't know, just to summarise, this was the case of 4 young gay lads who went on
Grindr
and met up with another gay lad from was it Luton Way?
He met them. They were living in Barking. I don't know where he was originally
from. Sorry. Another bloke from that sort of way met up as you would, normal stuff, you know, nothing serious. And it went from what was supposed to be night of hanky panky to a night of murder, basically. But it's a very sensitive case to cover because it's like, you know, not only are we covering something sensitive, like neither of us can relate. Do you know what I mean? And it's not to say we can't relate, like this is life, it goes beyond sexuality and stuff like that. But from that standpoint of the case, which is a sensitive subject around it, and
we don't have the lived experience, is what the way
exactly. So,
but this is actually similar, in a weird way, to the Nicola Bulley case, in that the police were so horrendous at dealing with it.
Yeah.
That again, we feel the pressure of, you know, painting the story in what actually happened and giving her the fair crack of the whip. Do you know what I mean? Like actually fully describing how she was in that time. And not just sort of jump into conclusions at which the police, I feel, did. But, mate, one thing I will say before you go on, is don't beat yourself up about that because we both talk about the victims and we both honour them as best way that we possibly can. So I disagree with that comment.
Do you know what people don't see? They don't see when you or me, like I'm not saying just I do it, we both do it, but when vice versa, one or the other of us texts each other and goes, do you know what, should we leave that out? I think that might be a bit a bit too much. We're a fucking true crime channel, mate. We can keep all of it in if we want. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But there are unseen and unknown text message conversations or phone calls that go on between me and Josh where we're like, oh, let's be sensitive here. Let's not put that in. Let's not put this in and whatever. So sometimes I was and this is why. So this is why I didn't know that video had even done well. Is because I know what I'm like. I hate feeling like I'm I've been portrayed in a bad way or something like that, I'm like, I don't like it. If I feel like I've come across a way that I didn't intend to and things like that and whatever, and I know that I am always gonna come across as the less sensitive one out of the two of us, and the truth of the matter is, it's because I'm the less sensitive one out of the two of us. But you wouldn't want us to both be the same.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Also, like, when you say less sensitive, I disagree with that sentence. Do you know what I mean? Like, anyway, I think, long story short, we both massively care about the victims. And long story short, the reaction to this video is incredibly effusive and positive. You know, we have one, Morbid Faith, who is a regular viewer. I know that for sure. Said, look forward to these each week. Can't wait for this one. Always puzzles me, this case. So we've got loads of love. I want to read another comment in the chat earlier on as well, mate. This is one that I want to get your reaction to. From Sean Jones. You boys are my podcast to sleep to. How do you feel that you're sending people to sleep with your true crime knowledge, Joey? Did you ever think you'd get up, you'd be there?
I mean, it's a curse and a blessing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Do you think you've got a sleepy
voice? If
voice?
someone said, you can word it two ways. If someone said to me, I can't sleep without listening to you, I'll take it as a massive compliment. But if you say to me, you send me to sleep, then obviously I'll take it the other way. But no, I am really appreciative of it, and I can absolutely relate. Like, I go to sleep every single night listening to podcasts, and podcasts as well, by the way. Not
what do you listen to?
There's no point in me answering.
Why?
Just more political stuff than you would think.
Oh, okay, fine. That's very interesting. What, to send you to sleep?
I could give you a channel name.
Okay.
Watch a lot of stuff on that. Heretics.
Yes. Do you know what's funny is
he the Jewish guy?
Do you? I don't know anything about him, but I watch the clips because I don't know if you've been watching them on the Joey and Josh channel, but they come up all the time when I'm looking at videos on Joey and Josh homepage on YouTube. I've got clips up the wazoo from Heretics. What is very good about that podcast is he has very controversial guests. Like, whatever you believe them,
that's what I'm saying.
Really
whatever way you are,
yeah.
always very thingy. So, like, I listen to a lot of stuff on that.
Yeah.
But then, like, there'll be like certain people who, regardless of not political people, but like, I like to listen to their podcasts. Like, people remember that I watched when I was younger. So, like, Harry Enfield did a podcast, like Jim Davison, people like that. Like,
well, as in they do a podcast on that channel or their own podcast?
No. Like, if they did a podcast, like,
they just featured on
that,
it.
they talk about their career, not on that channel, just any channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I watch a lot of like stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not going to sleep to anything true crimey. I mean, my life just is podcast, whether it's me doing it, listening to it, whatever.
Yeah.
But there's podcasts like food, isn't it? You don't eat breakfast at dinner time. I mean, some people do, but you know, it's like food, isn't it? There's different things I listen to at different times of the day. When I'm going to sleep, I don't listen to true crime stuff as I'm going to sleep.
It'd be a bit weird if you did. Like, in a weird way, like, if you're just listening about to murder. Yeah.
But just because I'm like, I don't want this to stretch into my dream because it could end up being a weird one.
Yeah.
So to go to sleep to is always sporty stuff or podcast sort of content.
Yeah.
And if it's sporty stuff that I'm not interested in, like two of the more all right ones talking on TalkSport or something. So it'd be like Bentley and Goldstein on TalkSport, something like that. Easy listening. It's just nothingness sort of thing.
Well, I'll take it as I'll say thanks and take it as a bit of a badge of honor that that any of you are listening to us as you fall asleep and you've enjoyed the episodes. I'll tell you what, they're long enough to send you to sleep. Some of them recently, fucking hell. The one that we're going to be releasing this week, which by the way, we will be announcing what that topic will be in the members stream. But that one is going to be an incredibly long episode, Jay. That might be our first near enough 2-hour episode. Potentially.
That's mad. Just quickly, I'm glad it was 2 hours because even with that, like, we still need more. We just about like come away. Yeah.
I think we do the live stream next week where we talk about it.
So the live stream that's going to come off the back of the next episode. And by the way, there's been a super chat in here. I'm going to get to it straight away. Yeah. The live stream that's going to come off the back of the next episode that drops, which we're going to reveal, by the way, in the members only live stream that follows this, comes on in about 10 minutes or something like that. That live stream that follows off the back of that episode is going to be an episode in itself. It's going to be an episode in itself, because we did the best part of 2 hours on this, and there's still other sightings, theories that we can't even talk about. That's all I'll say for that just now. Now, just quickly, Scottsy, I just want to quickly read a few of these because he's put a super chat in. But just before, he said, a study shows that true crime cases make sleep better. It's 100% proven fact. Interesting. Like to know where the study was done from. Your brain makes you think and you nod off faster. That could be right. Yep. True crime makes you sleep better. 100% facts. And then he's put a Scotland flag. And the reason that interested me, as well as the fact we always make sure we read out super chats. If you're ever going to read out super chats, if you're ever going to send in super chats, sorry, always get in questions in a question so we can read it out, or at least give you a shout out or something like that. The reason it interests me that you put a Scotland flag in there is a lot of good true crime cases to come from the Scots or out of Scotland, because I've covered and looked into quite a few recently off the back of us doing the Luke Mitchell case. And I've had do you see the messages that come in on social media or not really?
No, I don't check them.
No.
No, I don't.
Well, not
on the Joey and Josh one.
If you did, you would see that a lot are coming in from people from Scotland.
Scots.
Yeah, asking to cover different cases and stuff like that. A lot of interesting ones come out of it. That's how I heard about Robert Black. That's how I found out about Robert Black.
Yes.
And
someone wrote in. Someone wrote in and told you about Robert Black. Or
yes.
You did. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I think that was an inbox. I think there was an inbox suggestion. Quick one.
Go on.
I'll ask you, and it's interesting, and I really, really wish, but then I don't know how much I wish, because I don't know to what extent we'd have spoke about it, because it really is just like there's no real legs, pardon the pun, in it at the moment. But do you know there's been like 4 unexplained river findings recently?
Someone commented on the video.
Four women recently have been found in rivers or lakes, unexplained.
Really?
And there's a lot of sort of talk about conspiracy and cover up and things like this, because
really
it's not being reported, and you'd imagine they'd be linked. So I think we need, again, like I'm saying it, you know, just because I've read a comment and seen a thing, me and you haven't looked into it. So we would need to look into it to be able to actually confidently speak on it, obviously.
And also the hardest part of this is it's very difficult to make an episode of Joey and Josh with stories that haven't come to their conclusion yet. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't have footage. We don't have the resolution of the case. I find it difficult to do ongoing stories unless, like, I was very fascinated. You weren't as interested in this, but I was very fascinated in that the CEO murderer in America. Like, and there was a lot of stuff on that case. There was a lot of footage. There was a lot of press. So that probably could have been one that we would have done, but it wasn't at the time.
Do you know that was just purely for timing? Because had I have absolutely smashed the life out of TikTok by that point, I can guarantee you we would have done that case.
Yeah, agreed.
Because it's when you look at it from both Bunsen burners.
Yeah.
For TikTok, it would have been great. Sometimes if I'm like, because like obviously relevance does well on TikTok. We have a lot of success with stuff that's not relevant, but that's just because we're the bollocks. But like relevant stuff does very well on TikTok. So like it's like, you know, John Dennehy had no relevance. So it's like the guys that liked that video, they like all of our videos and they liked it and whatnot. But it's like didn't really do us great numbers on YouTube, although I do believe that this channel is going to be a YouTube channel for a decade. So I do believe that once all said and done, it'll probably be 10 times higher. It'll probably be on 200,000. I don't know what it's on. Like, do you know what I mean? But yeah.
Well, can I just say for everyone that's watching, if you aren't subscribed, this is a good time to subscribe, Jay, because we are very close to 30k. We could not be any closer. We're on 29,858 right now.
I've thought of an idea for today's quiz.
Oh, are we doing a quiz again, are we?
We'll do a little bit in the member stream, won't we?
Fine.
I thought of an idea for the quiz.
Come.
And it just came into my head just then.
Come.
You could quiz me on the channel.
Why?
Because I don't know fucking anything. When you just said about 30,000, I was like, wow, like, I'm gonna be if you'd have said to me how many thousand things have we've got, I would have gone like, I don't know, bro, like,
can we do it now? I've got a
50,000
question.
or saying.
I've got a question for you now, right?
Go on.
How many views is our most popular video on right now? And what is it?
75,000, and it's a Jay Slater video.
Right. You are very, very far off.
Really?
Yeah. So
am I right?
the video is correct.
Jay Slater?
Yeah. 4 months ago we uploaded this. Can you believe that was 4 months
what is
ago?
that, the
Joey?
second one? The second one we did?
No, that was the first one we did. Can you believe that was 4 months ago that we did that video?
I still can't believe he's gone.
I know you. Well, you don't want him to be gone with the amount of interest you have in that story.
First one.
Maybe Joey, do you know what we should do?
No, I don't. What did we do? 100,000?
Maybe we should. Maybe we should do another. Maybe we should do what you want to talk about on a live stream with Jay Slater. It's on 123,000 views.
Fucking hell! I'll tell you what one would have done good numbers. All right, can I try and get top three? Because I guessed.
Yes.
I did guess it. I did guess it.
Go on.
So let me guess top three. Yeah.
Go on.
I can do it. I can do it straight away.
Go on then.
Slater.
Yeah.
Maddie.
Yeah.
Huntley.
No. Huntley is fifth. Huntley is fifth.
Oh, Slater, Maddie, Slater.
No, we've done Slater 2 is 4. We've done a video fairly recently that is also above 100,000 views. Very, very popular one.
Nah, no idea.
It was a story that you really wanted to cover, and you were worried about covering it.
Lee Rigby, what did that do?
102,000.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
How many videos have we got that have done over 100,000?
3.
Have we done over 1 million views yet? As a channel?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
No,
I mean, mate, put it into context.
Not deaf.
Swedish Sisters is on 53,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So
what did everyone like then?
Oh,
Chat.
here you go.
88 if you're in the chat. I'm just looking at the YouTube one. While Josh is about to tell me this, what did everyone like? I'd love to know what everyone's best one was, because I bet my best one is not.
Yeah, do favorite episodes
most. Like, by the way, I'll just completely lay my cards on the table now. You just told me those episodes. I didn't like making the Lee Rigby one.
No.
Didn't enjoy that.
No.
What was the other one? Christian Bruckner, was he in there?
No. It was Maddie 1.
Loved making the Jay Slaters.
The Jay
Loved
Slaters
it.
ones, yeah.
Loved
and then
it.
Ian Huntley was 5.
I would just, didn't like making the Ian Huntley one.
It's a big case.
Didn't really like that.
Yeah. By the way, someone has also said this in the chat, JJ. That is how many views, Joey, we have had on the channel total.
1.6 mil. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Crazy, hey?
Oh, we are big time. Rigby, Defo Mass, Rigby.
I'm just gonna read a couple of other comments out, mate. Daniel Kelly said that the way you two tell stories is exceptional. My afternoons at work fly by listening to you guys. That's fucking beautiful. Thank you very much, Daniel.
Thank you, mate.
I also want to read out another comment that I saw earlier on from Amelia. Amelia, you'll find this interesting, Joey. Amelia said this. She said, "You guys are part of the reason why I left my ex. He didn't let me watch your channel when I was with him." And then she did a little love heart.
Oh,
you're on to bigger and better things, Amelia. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't worth it. And
as well, like, for something like that, he got away lightly. Not like leaving him. I would have stabbed him. No, I'm joking. joking.
For legal reasons, that is not a threat.
I'm joking.
Welcome back to the Hardcore Harry. He's just rejoined. This is really interesting, mate, because people, if they don't have the automatic direct debit, they have to rejoin. So thank you very much, Harry, for rejoining. I really appreciate it. You'll see
the Ludwig in here. Joshua Loftus.
I love
Swedish Sisters. Yep, Swedish Sisters was good. Swedish Sisters was the first one. And we had these couple of stories, right? We had Swedish Sisters, Michelle Knight, which was the Ariel Castro case. We always call it Michelle Knight, Ariel Castro. It's known most predominantly as the Amanda Berry case, because Amanda Berry was the most famous kidnappings. Yeah, Amanda Berry was a very famous kidnapping, and then Gina De Jesus, it joined on, whatever. Michelle Knight wasn't even known, but we always just say it because my sister's name's Michelle Knight. But anyway, Michelle Knight and Amanda Berry, Swedish Sisters, and the Man with No Alibi were the three cases. Like, obviously, we always knew we were going to do the Ian Huntleys of the world, and to answer someone's question earlier, yes, we're going to do the Yorkshire Ripper when we get time. We always knew we were going to do these ones, but we had these three, didn't we, Josh, that we felt like, right, like, not only do we feel that we can smash these, we also feel that no one's done them yet.
Yep. Agreed.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep, agreed. Yeah, so, are those the ones you're saying you particularly enjoyed?
On the ones, they're kind of the ones that I'm saying were the birth of the channel.
Fine.
And they never got the respect that they deserved until the channel blew up.
Yeah, agreed.
But they were really, really good episodes, and they were probably what got us good enough to be to have sort of faked it until we maked it by the time we covered the more well-known cases.
Yeah, so true.
So they were like our
wheels.
They were like our apprenticeship, but it's good to see that now that they've kind of got the love that they deserve. I mean, they've not really, because what they deserve, in my opinion, is a couple 100,000 views. But
over time,
to see them having 40Ks and 30Ks, which I'm just ballparking. Is this close? Are they close? To
what video? What video are you saying? I'll refute.
Swedish Sisters.
Swedish
Michelle
Sisters
Knight,
51, 53. Michelle Knight
kidnapping the Ariel Castro.
32,000.
32. Okay, the Man with No Alibi.
The Man with No Alibi is not as many as I thought.
Omar Bengua.
Yeah, no, that's not as many as I thought. That's 37,000.
But 37, that's pretty high, mate.
It is, that's with our old thumbnails.
What about Mitchell Quay?
Mitchell Quay has done incredibly well.
Really?
I think that's our 6th most viewed. That's on 64,000.
Oh.
That's done really well. That had a really good title and a really good thumbnail. Actually, that did. That was a good one. Robert Thompson and John Venables is below that. That's also on 63. But yeah, we got a super chat, Joe. Charlie, not Charles, €5. Hey guys, have you considered the Van Breda case as a possible episode?
No, and I haven't heard about it, so I need to look into it. But we will consider it.
Can you let us know what it's about?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We've got Joe the editor in the chat.
Yes, Joe.
Yes, Joe. Mitchell Quay is the best vids.
What's Joe's favourite one that he's ever edited?
I don't know, Joe. Let us know in
Thailand was a good one, yeah.
Joey in Thailand was a really good one. And also a good thumbnail.
So that was kind of like a true crime episode involving myself.
It was, yeah. Maybe that's your baby. Maybe that was the training wheels to get into true crime.
We have got another one of them.
Yes, we have, which we've never told.
But Josh, you need to thumbs up or thumbs down for Josh, really. Josh didn't really want to do it. Now, Josh will dispute that and say he did want to do it, but he wanted to do it under a certain sort of prerequisite. Whereas I said, if we're doing it, seeing as it's been public knowledge, I want to do it and say the people involved and just tell the truth. And Josh didn't want to do it.
For your safety more than anything.
For my safety, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, without going into a lot of details, there was a case that Joey was involved in. A victim, and I am worried about telling the story and sort of rehashing old news in a way that could piss people off to do with the case. That's my rationale. Does that make sense, Joe?
What other victims?
Not necessarily, but yes, potentially as well. Not
I
necessarily.
ain't bothered about pissing off the person
No, I
involved.
know you're not.
Fuck
I
the
know
person
you're not.
involved.
Yeah, I
Fuck
know.
anyone,
I know.
mate.
But it's a sort of.
don't
I
give a
suppose it's
fuck.
sort of like a wound that you just are quite happy to
Well, listen,
close up.
I'm hardly doing one on the stabbing incident, so this is nothing compared to those mob.
Yeah, so true, so true. 1 second, here we go. One of my favourites. I really enjoyed you guys doing the Charles Ingram episode. Proves that true crime doesn't just have to be about murder to be
That was
interesting.
Josh's favourite episode.
I love the Charles Ingram episode. What a story. Do you know what I think?
You know why he loves it, though? He only loves it because he thinks that he would win Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
But I don't think, Joey, I know.
Yeah,
Do you know what? I actually want to have a little bit of a rethink in terms of the way that we think about the channel. And I want to think about it as if we are telling stories that happen to be true crime, as opposed to...
The show by saying,
what?
What does Joey hate?
Go on.
Joey hates change.
Yeah, we're not changing anything. I just think it's
we're not
doing change. We're not doing change. But what I want to rethink it is we're telling stories. Yes, the stories could be true crime, but they might be other things as well. But the key thing that I want to know, that I want to cover, is amazing stories. For example, I don't think the story about the stuff underneath the two World Trade Centers is necessarily a true crime story, Joey, is it? Do you know that case that we were talking about the BOMB?
The IRA one?
No, about the BOMB that was below...
Was that Al Qaeda
it was
that sort of...
It was a terrorist organisation, yeah. And that's the thing, like, I don't think a lot of people know that there was a plot before 9/11. And I think that would be an interesting thing. So I
also think what would be...
Does that make sense, Joey, though, what I'm saying?
Tell the story of what the actual plan for that day was.
Yeah.
Do you know much about that?
I don't, not in great detail.
Enough about you.
Not in great detail.
You know there was loads more plans.
Yeah, there was. Yeah,
obviously, people know about the Pentagon because they tried to do it. Yeah. But no, there was loads more planned. There was loads more planned. It was supposed to be like 14. Yeah,
insane.
Not, yeah.
Yeah,
it was, it was really, the Boston. So if I was just to give you a couple of ones that like we haven't done, that I would like to do, and normally the reason we haven't done them, always the reason we haven't done them, is because they are American.
Yeah.
So let's hope that maybe we've got an American one on the way. We might have an American one come in, and maybe that could do some good numbers if we do at some point. But I would love to do the Boston bombings. Sorry, I'm not allowed to say that, am I? Boston
explosions.
The Boston. What rhymes with that? Nothing rhymes with it.
Strummings.
Tom.
The Boston Tommings.
The bloke that let 2 Toms off at Boston, or blokes, and then hid in a yacht. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do remember that. Yeah.
In a yacht.
Yeah.
Nutter. Them two. One of them was an ex-amateur boxer. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
About six amateur fights. Yeah.
I didn't know that. There was a really good documentary on that, wasn't there? The Boston bombings.
Yeah, on Netflix. That was actually, I think, Manhunt.
Yeah.
Chris Watts. I'd
we have
love
to do Chris Watts.
I'd love to do. I'm fascinated by how how something can flicker or twist in your brain, and one day you can have lived, I think, 39, 40, 41-ish years of life, normal, and then to do that. Not to kill, to do that.
Yeah.
Try the entire, And then when you speak about Chris's that done that sort of stuff, Chris Benoit is another one I'm interested in, because
a lot of people said this.
Fan as a kid. So
yeah.
Sorry.
So I'm just reading a few other ones here.
All right.
So Purple Gaming has said Columbine.
People would love Columbine.
I find Columbine fascinating. I watched Bowling for Columbine as a kid.
I'll watch that.
Really good documentary on it. There's been a new film adaptation, Joe. I don't know if you know this. There's a director that filmed it. the way that a lot of people film these true crime cases is they'll go for the sort of, they'll go straight into the action and then work their way back from there.
But this guy's done it as a musical. No,
yeah, what this guy did was that he built the suspense, and you know, stop laughing, and you know what's coming. And he had real school kids actually play the roles. They weren't actors; they were just general people. So it was very well done, actually. So I'd love to do that. And then also, he's Purple Games also mentioned Ed Kemper, which I would love to cover as well. Crazy story. Ed Kemper was a 6'8" giant that was a serial killer in America. He was covered in Mindhunter, if you've ever watched that show, which is a fascinating show. Really,
why are we allowed to say kill but not allowed to say BOMB?
I don't think you can say either.
Right. Okay.
So we should mute ourselves. But
just gonna say, just another one on there. Someone said to me, Ryan Evans has said to us, "Would you guys cover the George Floyd case?" We probably would, but it would be like quite far down the list in terms of anything we'd be prioritizing, because we're not in the American market per se just yet.
Can I just say, Joe, have you seen the most recent AI ad that featured a George Floyd that was brought back to life?
What?
Proper weird shit. So yeah, no, there has been some modern stuff about that.
Right, let me come back to that. What you just said, AI. I'm going to speak to you about that in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I saw a clip, or I've now seen 2 clips surface. Like 2 of the policemen are now out, and people have filmed them as they're walking around stores and stuff like that and whatever. And I was actually, when I was thinking of like short form content to do off of the page, actually thinking about like showing you that, you know, when I just tell you stories and stuff, I was thinking about showing you one of them and thinking about what you thought of that and whatever, and speaking about like, isn't it mad that they're out, or is it really a case of actually time flies, because that was 5 years ago, and if you get 10 years for manslaughter, if that's what they got, I don't know, and they have the same thing as us, then it has been 5 years or whatever. But yeah, speak
about similar stuff, mate. Have you? Would you ever do one about this case that's just happened in the Manchester airport? Have you seen about the 2 geezers that beat the police?
I have, right? Yeah. But I really struggle to look into a lot of stuff nowadays, because as a parent, I'm a lot more sort of worried about the world and stuff and whatever. Yeah. So with certain things, like I just really struggle to, you know, if I know they're things that I'm gonna find worrying, like obviously I don't know what ended up happening with this, but I know at the time it was sort of, a lot of people were saying, oh, it was a potential sort of terror attack or something like that, weren't they?
I mean, yes, there were mumblings about that. I mean, ultimately, I think most people. No, there was nothing to do with that. But
into it.
Yeah. But the most terrifying thing about that is just societally what that story could bring. I think there could be riots. I think there could be a lot of things that people would be incredibly concerned about, just because of the. I mean, mate, the video of the attack is gutting. Actually, it's really
a big
gutting.
What, the attack? Who's attacking who?
I think depending on what you believe, you would argue either way. The way that I saw it, it was 2 members of the public that were being arrested. And again, you might have a different perspective on this, because you have a different perspective on the police per se than I do. You know what I'm like. I'm a big exponent of sort of listening to what police tell you to do, etc. But basically, what happened was the police go to arrest.
I believe in police, by the way. And,
I know you do. Just to clarify that, yeah, Joey believes in the police.
I do believe in police. I'm not fucking who
loads of the police.
Loads of people, believe in defunding, but I don't believe in that. I just believe that the police force is shit.
Yeah, fair. Okay, you articulated that a lot better than I did.
If they were good, I'd be happy to have a police force.
Yeah. Put it out there. Basically, there was they go in to make an arrest, and then one of the geezers fights back and ends up punching a female police officer who was in her late 20s, maybe early 30s. Punches her smack bang in the nose, breaks her nose, blood everywhere.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Come.
Should he be, or will he be punished anymore because it is a female police officer
No.
as opposed to no.
No.
It's equal punishment.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
It only can be, can't it?
Legally, yes. Legally, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's not
Morally,
go too
no,
much into that,
though.
guys. I don't think we could even cover it because I think
No,
it
but
would be
morally,
too
no.
toxic.
I
But yeah,
don't care about getting into it. Morally,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
Morally, it shouldn't be. But
Yeah.
legally, it is. You know,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
morally, it is worse.
We've just got. We'll pause this for 2 seconds. We've just got a super chat from JJ who was talking to us earlier on. Thank you very, very much, JJ. I live close to where Nicola lived. The mass hysteria was unbelievable driving through the village. The channel is absolutely brilliant, gents. 10 million in no time. Thank you very, very much,
Legend.
JJ, for the super
Thank
chat.
you very much, JJ.
Make sure you give us a question next time you ask a super chat because we have to answer anything you ask on the super chats. But
I
thank you very
think
much.
we better switch over to the member stream because we're going to do 35 minutes or so, 40 minutes on there. In the member stream, by the way, people, we are going to be revealing not only the next case that's going to be coming out off the channel, we're also going to speak to you a little bit about the case that we're about to record this week. We're recording one on Thursday. So you're going to have one dropping as usual Sunday morning, is it, Josh?
Yes. Well, Sunday morning for everyone. Friday for the members.
Friday for the members, obviously. The membership gets you the videos a couple of days early. But yeah, and we'll speak about and we'll let you know about what we have also got planned because we've got quite a few things planned. Plus some other members only exclusive content that we're going to do, which is sort of non-true crime related. Might just be Q&A stuff that you might want to know about us or whatever. So
100%.
Yeah.
So just before we finish it, Joey, if they do want to become a member, there's a link in the description below. And yeah, you can jump into this live stream. There's quite a few people that have been doing super chats that I don't think are members. So, you know, why don't you use that cash and become a member instead? Do you know what I mean?
Scott, just for that last one, thank you very much, mate. Edgen, Zodiac, Peter Tobin. Peter Tobin's a good one. I already know that case. Manchester owning. So yeah, we will look to cover all of them.
All of those are great. Ed Gain is massive. Zodiac.
I would say just quickly, probably maybe like 4 out of our last 6 videos we've recorded have come from members' suggestions because in the member streams you get less people, so we interact a little bit more. People teach us about some of the cases and stuff like that, and we end up doing quite a lot of videos off the back of them. So that's why it's good as well.
Yeah, love it. So thank you very much for joining us. We're leaving on 113 people, which I absolutely am gutted about. But what I will say is we'll be doing lots more of these very soon. So make sure you tune in for the live streams. Make sure you have the notification bell on because you'll get these. And yeah, any members come over. We'll be doing a live stream straight after this. And we'll see you, everyone else, on the video on Friday. And Sunday if you're for everyone. Yeah, exactly that. So yeah, speak to you soon.